Sabrina Carpenter, everybody.
Welcome. Thank you guys so much.
Welcome to San Diego. Welcome to Channel 933 and the SDCCU Red Carpet Room. So I know life has been crazy. Probably super nonstop for you.
It is, but it's kind of what I asked for as a kid. I always wanted to, I never wanted to be bored, so I'm kind of getting that in return now. I'm never bored.
Take us through that moment. You and I were talking in the hallway earlier about like starting to be homeschooled like in the 4th grade and stuff.
Yeah.
Take us through that moment where you told your parents like, look, this is what I want with my life. This is what I want to do.
You know what? My parents saw me, I never stopped singing. In fact, I probably annoyed a lot of people because I kept singing, I kept humming around my house, and whenever we would go to restaurants, I would just beg to sing happy birthday to people, even if it wasn't their birthday. And, you know, I just always kind of had that in me, and I don't think they were really surprised when I said that I wanted to really pursue it. But I was young at that point, not really at an age where you could make an album. Well, you could, I just don't know who would buy it. So I think it was just honestly having such a supportive family that believed in me and being very persuasive and passionate. I think homeschooling, though, that was just sort of like school. I mean, I went to school until 3rd grade, and then I realized that I wanted to start acting as well. And I still went to dance school, so I still had a lot of social activity in my life. I guess I knew at that age that I just kind of wanted to focus and really tie myself down to figure out what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
And it's been nonstop, and look at you selling out across the world.
Thank you.
TV shows, and we got the album coming, and Thumbs getting a lot of attention on social media.
Yeah.
I was talking to my kids earlier, you met them, and one of them was confused with the message of Thumbs.
I can explain it to you. Which one? Well,
I think a couple of them. I think it was more.
No, it's you.
It was JoJo or Giovanni. One of these two. They're going to point at each other all day. But the message for those, because it has, I guess, a deep meaning for some that might not understand.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely goes beyond the movement of twiddling your thumbs, but twiddling your thumbs is a symbol of not knowing that you can make a change and not doing anything about it, basically. I feel like we all have our own voices for a reason. We all, come from different places for a reason. It's part of our story. It's what makes us all unique. And if we were all the same, the world would be a scarier place than it already is. So I think that it was just a message to get up and do something, whether that's doing something good for your life and following your dreams. Maybe it's doing something good for others. So I think it just kind of has that overall message.
Do you remember or recall being a child, way back when?
Yesterday?
No, like young, like them young.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
said Happy Birthday was a song that you would want to sing to everyone else, but do you remember or recall the youngest you were and the song that stuck out to you aside from the Happy Birthday song? Was it someone else's?
Oh, probably one of the first songs I ever learned was At Last by Etta James.
Wow.
And I think that stuck out at me just because I was 8 years old when I learned that song. I mean, you have the Disney songs, like Part of Your World was also a song that stuck out at me, so they're kind of polar opposites, but I was really lucky that my parents also exposed me to a lot of great music at a young age. So I think a lot of different artists and songs kind of inspired me.
What were your parents into?
Oh, Dad was Rush, the Beatles, Pink Floyd, and Mom was, besides Patsy Cline, Judy Garland. I mean, she also listened to Rod Stewart a lot. I never really got into Rod like she did, but no, a lot of incredible artists.
Was that embarrassing for you to say?
What?
The Rod Stewart part.
No, why?
No, I just the look on your face.
I was
oh my gosh.
She was like, those probably were my favorite artists, but those are the artists that she exposed me to. The ones that she listened to, I mean, ABBA, I don't know. Who did you listen to, Mom? I can't even see you. Anyways, she's back there somewhere.
But good music nonetheless.
Yeah.
So it's good to have that kind of vibe. I know there's parents that try to influence their kids and give them, not just like for my kids, they enjoy your music, but at the same time, they love Michael Jackson, they love Bruno Mars, they love an array of different music.
Yeah.
So it's good to, have that wide variety, I guess, in the household.
Yeah, it's good to also appreciate what came before you, because now we're living in this world where of course we know the music that is around us and we know what that sounds like, but I always thought it was so interesting to learn about what music came before me, the music that'll come after me, which I won't know about, but I can't wait to hear about it.
True. We are in the SDCC Red Carpet Room with Channel 933. Sabrina Carpenter. Say hi to everybody over there on Facebook Live.
Hi to everybody on Facebook Live.
What's up? What's up? All right.
That's the future right there.
I know, we got so many people that have been hitting me with questions asking about memories of or favorite props on Girl Meets World, stuff like that. There were so many questions about that show. Well, I'm going to narrow it down to maybe the prop, or did you take anything with you from the set?
Yes.
Or what was your favorite memory from being on the show?
I actually took, I said this yesterday, but I took the dream, try, do good sign from the classroom because it was kind of a symbol of Boy Meets World and our show. And it's in my bathroom now. I also took a lot of clothes that were Maya's and Riley's, so if you see me wearing them, just don't judge me.
Do you feel like that was just a moment in time? Because I know it's not renewed, right?
Yeah, no, we just found out that our 3rd season was our last, which is crazy. I mean, we're lucky that we got to do 3 seasons and have such an incredible audience for, a show that definitely, it grew. It grew with us. The characters grew, and I think we definitely gave something special to a new generation, and I know that it'll live for a while.
Because the original one was such a cult phenomenon, and the second one, as you hear it coming along, you're like, well, maybe not, and then boom, it was so big. With you having aspirations of being an actress and a singer and loving dance so much, where do you put all of your passion and time if you were to pick one? I know it's tough. I know it is. Because for me, right?
What are you going to say?
No, like, just for myself, I couldn't imagine being in your shoes, having all of those lanes available to you.
That's why I don't have to pick one, because I can do all 3.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to.
You don't want to? Wow. I didn't mean anything.
I don't know, it's okay.
It's just so weird.
It's so funny, too, because they're not like people. Like, I'm not like dissing them. I love all 3 so much, and in different ways, Like I said, I never like to be bored, so that's why.
I'm sure your parents are beyond proud.
Thank you. I hope so.
What is the best advice that you maybe have gotten from your mom or dad or someone else in your family that you've taken every day with you and said, this is a mantra, an idea, a thought, positivity? There was also a lot of questions about, having a positive mindset and being a role model.
Thank you.
Is there anything that comes from your parents that you use every single day?
I mean, every day it's kind of a constant reminder of reminding me to be positive and look at the things in your life that that you're lucky to have. I always kind of used the quote, when one door closes, another door opens, and I've kind of just taken that with me everywhere. But yeah, kind of all the cliche sayings that we think are kind of tacky are actually the ones that work, and I keep them with me every day.
Your parents are always right? Do you feel that now? Maybe
what? There's days where I'm like, no, I'm for sure right. I'm a teenager. I know everything. And then
I asked that question for one reason.
And then it's like a week later, and I'm like, sorry.
He's 10 and a half, and he's sitting right there. I just wanted to make sure I reiterate. Parents are always right.
It's true. It's true.
So with the acting, the singing, the dancing, the busy schedule, do you get time to have a hobby, like something other than this, your time away?
I made cookies last week.
Really?
Yeah.
And you didn't bring me any?
No. I'm sorry.
You love to bake
They're stale now. No, I hate baking, actually. But my dad is a great chef, and I was determined to make the perfect chocolate chip cookies for Christmas. And so he found the recipe that said the perfect chocolate chip cookies, and we made them.
Nothing like those memories, though, right?
Yeah, right?
That's pretty awesome.
No, I think it's, I find time to go to the movies, because, I love seeing movies and appreciating other aspects of what I do, and I do that a lot too, and I also just write music and my piano a lot in my free time. So
your favorite movie that you've seen recently?
Oh, that's hard.
Before you walked in, all the kids were talking about Star Wars.
I haven't seen Rogue One. My sister, I'm
this
sorry.
interview's over.
Look at him. He was judging me so hard. No, my sister is like the biggest Star Wars fan in the world, and I feel like most of what I know about it is from her, but I haven't seen it, so I need to go see it.
But what are you in? Like, for me, I have a routine, a ritual. I go to the movies.
Yeah.
I'll get a big old tub of popcorn.
Right.
Okay. I'll prepare my diet for it ahead of time.
Makes sense.
Put some jalapenos in it. I know it's weird. Does
Okay.
anybody else do that? Okay, I'm by myself. So that's just me. But I'm okay with going to the movies by myself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't gone to the movies by myself. I did know someone that went to see Frozen by themselves, which I thought was a little sad. But I feel like, you do you.
If you're watching Frozen by yourself, you're really not by yourself because people start singing along or being
So
into the
true.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're there.
Yeah.
Is there a movie that maybe you've seen recently where you said, I would have been perfect for that role?
Well, that's a good question. No, I mean, I don't think I'd ever... I feel like everything happens for a reason, but there are definitely roles that I admire. I thought that... I've always wanted to do a musical, and I recently saw La La Land, so I thought that a musical would be very fun, and they did it in such a beautiful and romantic sort of way, so I loved it.
That's exactly where I was going. I was going to be like, you would have been perfect for La La Land.
Oh, thanks, but
Thanks for ruining the question.
question.
No, but for real, it's amazing to see someone so young be dedicated to their craft and working so hard and having these kids in front from, various ages. Their eyes were so wide. You walk in the room and to see that inspiration it's pretty amazing. Do you feel that?
You guys are amazing. I'm just lucky to do what I love, but you guys give me the ability to. So I'm just lucky to have you guys, to be honest.
All right, so we saw the performances. They were awesome, right? Yeah. We've asked a few questions, but they were all mine. How about your questions? I know we wrote some down, but is there anyone that's inspired right now? Right there. I know we can barely see you. Go ahead and stand up. What's your name?
Dominique?
Dominique. You have better hearing than I do.
It's okay.
What's your question, Dominique?
Do you like anime?
Do I like anime? I love drawing anime, actually. I haven't seen a lot, but some of my favorite drawings that I've done are anime. Do you like anime?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
That's awesome. Thank you, Dominique. Okay. Someone that brought a sign. Actually,
She
I
was
think...
twiddling her thumbs, too.
Yes, she was. I think the sign was made for was it another show or another appearance that you had here in San Diego?
Santa Ana.
A Santa Ana?
Oh, gosh. Go ahead. Your name?
Ari,
Hi, Ari.
do you like singing more or acting?
He asked that question. And I'm also...
I didn't
it's
mean
the
to take it.
hardest
I'm
one.
sorry.
It's
I'm
the
sorry.
hardest one. Actually, no. I couldn't really choose. I think I started singing first. I feel like singing is my own voice, whereas acting is somebody else's words on a piece of paper that I get to convey. So I think they're both very different, but I love them equally. Thank you.
Your name?
Rachel.
Hi.
Rachel.
Hi.
Your question.
What is your inspiration for your songs?
Inspiration for my songs? From people. I think people's stories, the places people have been, I think I get inspiration from my own life, but sometimes mine is boring, so I like to either take inspiration from, movies and books I love, or I think just everything in life. There's really no limit to what can inspire you for writing. It's as simple as words that you see in a dictionary that, entice you or things like that. So I think there's really, really no rules when it comes to writing.
Great question. One more right here.
I was wondering if you like fashion.
I like fashion very much. Do you like fashion? That's cool.
That's awesome. So I noticed something about you and your siblings.
Mm-hmm.
All of your names start with an S.
Whoa.
Okay? My boys all start with a J.
Yeah, I did notice that. So you're cool. My mom's cool. My dad's cool.
All my siblings are J's.
Really?
So we just kind of carry
Rest
that
of my
on.
family, yeah.
But the question that I have is, how many times were you called someone else?
Oh, all the time. I mean, it's Shannon, Sarah, Sabrina. Like, they have to go through all of them in order to, like, when your parents are yelling at you is what I mean. Is, they have to go through
Or
all
just
the
calling,
S's.
or calling. They're not.
Oh,
Was
yeah,
it
no,
always
not
yelling?
calling. No, of course not.
Mom, we gotta talk.
But when it's like, you have to think about it at the same
Yeah.
time, you usually get all the other names out before the right one.
Was a pet's name thrown in there?
A pet's name?
That's
Oh,
what I was
well,
gonna
I had 4 cats,
Wow.
and none of their names started with S's, so no, usually not.
Okay.
Have you thrown in the pet's name?
No, when I was growing up, there was. And
That's
I can't repeat it because our dog had his name was like a bad word in Spanish, so we'll leave it alone. So we'll leave that
Okay.
alone. So I wanted to say once again, thank you very much for coming through SDCC Red Carpet Room. I know
Thank you guys for
everybody
coming.
wants to take their picture and, you know, post it and everything. Thank you guys very much for coming and singing along and twiddling your thumbs. Who's so happy that they were here today?